great. Should we incorporate that into our safe schools policy thing? Yeah, I think that's an idea, right? Okay, so next up we have just a senior theater piece. Which is written, directed, and performed by the one and only Astouline.
Tahirih. How do I live up to you, Tahirih? How do I live up to you? Who is Tahirih? Why does it matter? Why does it matter? And if it doesn't matter, then who am I? I only have one name, but Tahirih, she has many. Her birth name, Fatima Baragani, Kurutul Ayn, solace of the eyes. Tahirih, the pure one. Though she lived over 100 years ago, I have known her since childhood. Who is she? Well, she's one of the letters of the living. She was the first woman to declare her belief in the Bab. She lived in Persia in the early 1800s. She's a hero in the Baha'i faith, and she was declared by Baha'u'llah to be... I'm not making any sense to you all, am I? I may as well be speaking gibberish. Gibberish! Gibberish. What is she doing? This is her senior theater project? I know, right? She's meant to be walking us all into a maze with a dramatic monologue. Lecturing us on the origins of the lady who lived 100 years ago? You know I can hear you guys, right? Yeah! Well, the question is, can you hear me? You're not listening. I need you all to listen, nothing more. I'm not asking you to understand. I just need you to listen. You know, it's not easy being a Baha'i. Every time I'm asked my religion, the Baha'i faith. Baha'i what? The Baha'i faith. It's a religion that started 170 years ago in Persia, which is modern-day Iran. Oh! So you're like Muslim or something. No, that reminds me of my politics theories due tomorrow. Shit. Language! Sorry. Did you do the math homework? Yeah. So long. Yeah. Oh, boo-boo. So your friends don't understand you. First world problem. Why don't you go write a monologue about it?
About Tahirih anymore.
I bet you she's improvising. It's Tahirih. And have some respect. This is a performance. You can't talk while I'm performing. Honey, I think she's going crazy. Nobody's talking to her. Darling, just watch. So, Tahirih. Now she faced some real problems. Being a Baha'i today is not hard. Being a Babi or a Baha'i in 19th century Persia, now that was hard. More than hard, it was practically suicidal.
Wait, she's talking about suicide? What is this show about?
I really do think she's improvising. I want a refund. The show is for free, you dunce. Of my time.
Shut up, she's gonna shout at us again.
Especially for Tahirih, for she was born into a family of prominent Muslims. For her to declare that a young man named the Bab was the promised Cain was heresy. For her to become his follower, a Babi, was unthought of. For her to teach his faith, never mind the fact that it wasn't Islam, the simple fact that it was a woman teaching, thinking, was insanity. But Tahirih gave her life for the Bab. From her birth, she was known for her intelligence and beauty. She had a profound understanding of the Quran that even the greatest theologists lacked. She was a genius, and a poet. She defied her husband and her husband-in-law, who both rejected the Bab's teachings. In an ultimate act of courage, she defied all men, breaking all traditions. She...
Enough of history lessons.
No. First, you need to understand context. You need to understand the situation. You need to see why this was important. Why it matters. Iran, the whole of the Middle East, operated under a man-dominated culture. Women didn't have the right to vote, to own property, to study, let alone teach. Traditionally, women were not to let their voices be heard outside of the harem, the woman headquarters. The law dictated that they were a veil covering their faces on the public. Now, when the God declared that he was a manifestation of God, his teachings already caused trouble. He taught of oneness of mankind, and concepts never heard of before. Unity of all religions. Unity of religion and science. Now, if these teachings already angered the Muslim leaders, just imagine Baha'u'llah's declaration when he revealed that he was the exalted one, that men and women are equal, and that this would be the day where women would rise to their true stations. Tahirih, she sensed this before even Baha'u'llah revealed that he was the promised one. Breaking all traditions, she embodied this new change in one brave act. At the conference of Baghdad, Tahirih took off her veil in front of an entire congregation of men. Radiant, face uncovered, she said, "This is the day to be happy. This is the day where everything in the past is forgotten." Her face uncovered, she so shocked that assembly of men that most of them fled, and one man, unable to believe the sacrilege before his eyes, immediately took away his own life.
Now she's going to talk about suicide? Shh. Actually, shh.
Listening. Well, there's an interesting topic.
Now look what you've done. It's not my fault she keeps listening to our conversations. We're not meant to be having conversations.
No matter what age period we're in, listening seems to be the hardest thing that humans have to do. You know, 170 years ago, they didn't listen to the bodies. They stoned them. Nowadays, things are much easier. It still is hard.
Doesn't even make sense.
We're paralyzed. I'm paralyzed by the thought of talking to my friends about my religion, about my life. Why? I mean, I could probably safely say that I'm not about to be stoned to death. After all, this is a caring and respectful community. No, I don't know. I don't know why we care so much what other people have to say. Not so much what they say, actually. What they say is always the same. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's deep. No, it's what they're thinking that I'm really scared of. Ah! Religion? Yeah. No. What? Service on the weekends? Work, I'm busy. Maybe next time. No, next time I'm busy too. What? Service? Look, a tree. What? Sure. They're not all like that. I mean, some are actually intent on listening, on finding out more, on actually knowing you know? Others don't dig further. We don't like to get our fingers dirty, we humans. But some, they're looking for something. And they ask. And at first you're shy and you're not really sure whether they actually care, and you're warily getting ready to give that neatly packaged, vague answer that you have. And then you look up for a second and realize that they're listening, waiting. So you open up from your shell, and you start talking, and you tell them. You tell them about the service that you do, and the people you work with on weekends, and the children that you teach, and you tell them about your religion and the new vision it brings, and you speak with such joy and such elation. It's like you've been waiting to breathe this whole time until this very moment. So why hold back? Why hold back from this wonderful message? For fear? Fear of what? Rejection? What kind of rejection? An awkward 30 seconds? An uncomfortable few sentences? A weird look and a dismissive laugh? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So why hold back? I'm free to teach my faith. I'm free to share this message. Baha'is are still being persecuted in Iran today. Hundreds of Baha'is, 170 years ago and today, have been persecuted. They've declared their faith and been killed for it. I declare my faith. And people ask what it is. I'm free. In action. Many people are interested. Truth is, I don't give them the chance to listen. We don't give each other the chance to listen. How does someone allow someone else to listen? I think it starts first by listening to them. Honey, I think this girl is trying to tell us something. What do you think she's trying to tell us?
Nothing, honey. It's just a theater piece. It's not real.
Nothing is real. Everything, this whole life we live, we don't know ourselves, let alone our friends. We're living shadows of people!
Astouline, get back on track. This isn't your topic. You're getting graded on this.
So, Tahirih. She removed her veil in front of an assemblage of men, defying years of tradition and risking her life for this cause. And I can't even get past my shyness to saying, hi, would you like to come to my study circle this weekend? We're talking about God. And why is God such a taboo topic? I mean, apart from calling on him every time we hear a bit of juicy gossip, or condensing his name to 3 belittling letters, OMG. People want nothing to do with God. Out on the streets, it's different. You go up to anyone and say that you have a study circle, and that you're talking about God, and life of the soul, and life after death, and they light right up and ask, when does this start?
When does this end?
Yeah. It's probably about time, right, Mr. Callison? Anyways, you're probably all tired from trying to listen so hard so that you don't feel like I'm talking about you. Oh, don't worry. None of this is actually real. And I mean, it's all exaggerations and nothing's ever really as it's described in, well, it's just a senior theater piece, right?
Well, I hope all of you were listening. If not. Anyways,